Hi guys, welcome back to the Lazy River. Today we have a fun-filled experiment for you. As you remember, in a past video we had painted this 10-gallon fish tank, and now we're also utilizing a method from a past video in which we dirt, sand cap, and instant cycle. As you can see here, I have 3 media bags and a cycled sponge filter, all which are being utilized from the turtle tank. And we are in the process of cycling this 10-gallon tank. Over the next few days, we're going to test the waters in here, see how fast it cycles, and we're also going to show you a side experiment that we have here. In this bag, I have it labeled March 22nd. We've taken a couple of cycled media bags out of the turtle tank, put some of the turtle water in there, and thrown a few fish flakes in here. So what this is basically emulate shipping. So if you guys were to purchase some cycled media from me, I just want to show you how well it's going to travel in the mail. So this is day 1, and this is going to be over the next 3 to 4 days I'm going to be showing you, and then we will be doing a cycle using the media from this bag. Alright, since we've had a chance to show you the tank behind us, instant cycling and dirting, and the emulation of shipping the Lazy Start, let's get into it and show you exactly what the water parameters for this are. So we've gone ahead and we've collected some samples of the water. We're testing the pH, high range pH, ammonia, nitrite, and nitrate. So if we go ahead and we test the first one, I always like to do this, the ammonia. I like to know how much ammonia is in that water. Looks like right now it's at about 0 parts per million. The nitrate is about the same, 0 parts per million. The nitrite, 0 parts per million. And the pH is between 7.2 and 7.6, which ain't bad. And now we have the high range pH. We'd be using this if we're planning to keep some live bearers or anything like that, and most likely I will be keeping something like that in there. Which the high range pH looks like it's between 7.8 and 8.0, which also isn't too bad. So over the next few days we will continue with the water parameter testing as well as the shipping emulation experiments to show you what we find. Until then, I'm just going to continue showing you day by day what the water parameter tests are, and we will take it from there. Now, I just want to show you guys where the bag of Lazy Start sits. It's just sitting here sealed on the shelf. It's the same one. We marked 322. Today is 323. This is day 2 results. Still looking good. Today is a new day. We've taken the media bags out of the fish tank, we've added some rocks, some plants, and some fish, and now we're ready for today's water test results. Alright, so this is day 3 of the water testing, and it looks like the high range pH is at about 8.0. The guppies usually like to be in water that's between 6.8 to 7.8. I'm not too worried though. Notice there are some tannins leaching out from the soil here. But everything else on the test seems to be checking out, so I'm going to leave the tannins in hopes of lowering the pH a tad. This is day 4 of the water testing, and some interesting things to point out is that the high range pH has dropped. Yesterday it was about 8.0, and today it's between 7.4 and 7.8. I believe that that supports my hypothesis in that letting the tannins to leach out would essentially lower the pH, and it is softening the water just a little bit. Now, I believe also that the tank looks a little bit more tannin ridden than it did yesterday, just a little bit darker. That's alright. Nitrates are still at about the same spot, maybe a little bit lower. We're going to move on over to this 4.5 gallon tub. I have it filled with tap water, and we're going to be adding the Lazy Start to it. But before that, we took a quick reading. It looks like the pH is good. We're at about 7.6 right there. The nitrite and nitrate are awesome. but the ammonia is at about 1.0 parts per million. So that's not a good thing, but what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, take this out of the bag, drop it in there, and we're going to allow this to cycle for a period of time, and we'll check back in with you once we have the results. We're coming back in 18 hours later, and the lazy start has been working all this time. Let's jump on down to the test results and see where they're at. So on the first column, the nitrates have dropped. They're at 0 parts per million. Nitrite, 0 parts per million. Ammonia, 0 parts per million. pH is at about 7.6. So, wow. That just shows you the importance of cycled media. I highly recommend that you keep some cycled media around if you can. It's always a good idea to keep some, because you never know when you might need some just to start a quarantine, a hospital tank, or even just jumpstart a brand new tank. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of The Lazy River. I'm very appreciative of you. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check us out on Instagram at LazyRiverUS. And if you do need some Lazy Start, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll have it available for you in the Lazy Store. And until next time, stay safe, don't go crazy, stay lazy. Adios.